Adam Lerner, BrooklynPhotoworks.com, and today we are here and I'm going to show you guys a quick demonstration in how to crush ambient light. Now we've got nice diffused light today, we've got cloud cover over here, so we don't have any kind of crazy harsh shadows, which is great for shooting. I've parked the motorcycle in the shade or a shaded area again in case the sun does come back, because I do want to try to keep that shadowing to a minimum. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a shot with my MamiyaLeaf. It's a Credo 40, little medium format camera system. And I'm just going to get an ambient exposure. I'm going to get a good exposure. And then what I want to do is I want to start closing down my shutter speed. And by closing down the shutter speed or making my shutter speed faster, that's going to close down the amount of ambient light that I'm allowing to be in my exposure. And the cool thing about that is that we're going to start with like a nice exposure on the bike, and then we're going to use this Einstein here with a Photek soft lighter, and we're going to basically be able to have a lot of drama in this image so that the background will get darker and darker and darker, but we'll still be able to light the bike. So let's see how this thing goes. So here I am. I'm shooting with the 80mm, which is about a 50mm equivalent on a DSLR. I want to shoot on a low angle, so I'm probably going to get really low or maybe even sit down. And I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to check my exposure and see what we got. Alright, so I got the bike nicely framed over here. And I got good focus. And let's see. I'm seeing right in here that if I shoot at about 1/25th of a second at f2.8, I'm at 50 ISO, which is the native resolution. That should be a good exposure, and I've got my Pocketwizard off. Boom. Now the whole idea for me shooting at f2.8 is I really want to kind of isolate the bike against the background, so I want that background to be nice and soft. Okay, so let's just see our exposure. Exposure looks really nice, the bike looks really good, it's a nice clean exposure. And what I want to do actually to kind of give this shot a little bit more impact is I'm going to just turn the lights on the bike, because I think that that looks cool. I'm going to just come over here, put on the battery, put on the fog lights. Where we go. And there we go. Great. All right, so now we got the lights on, so that's going to add a little bit more drama to our shot. So let's take another test shot with all of the lighting that we have here. And boom. 1/25th, it's a little brighter in here, so I'm going to just put it to 1/60th, and that's going to be our ambient exposure, no lights. Cool, that looks really nice. Okay, now what I want to do here is I want to double this to a 2/50th. Let's see what that looks like. Actually, to double it, it would be a 3/20th. Well, that still looks kind of cool. It's kind of got a nice vibe, but it's starting to get dark. So let's even bring it up to a 500th of a second. That looks cool, but now the bike is really kind of becoming silhouetted. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn on my lights. My light, I should say. I'm just going to do a test. Boom, we know we have it working. Now I'm going to take a shot at 500th of a second. Very cool. So what that did is that the light basically is lighting the bike, but my background is getting really dramatic. Let's kind of go up to an 800th of a second, see how that looks. That looks even cooler. It's a totally different vibe, okay guys? And just for fun, we'll even pop up to 1,000th of a second. Boom. Now I can say that just from looking at these offhand, that I probably would be more drawn to the 500th of a second, because that one has nice drama, but the background is not too blown out. But you know, there's a nice progression right here. And it's interesting because the difference between the 250 and the 500th of a second with the lights is really, really, really profound. It's really, really super cool. So that's basically it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little demonstration of what it's like to kill ambient light, but use a flash to kind of light your subject so you can isolate your subject, but you can get that background to really, really go dark and add a lot of drama to your photographs. That's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll see you soon.